native wildlife is already currently threatened by human actions, pollution, and habitat destruction. To some people, protecting and caring for native wildlife is a very overwhelming task. But did you know that by little actions even in your own neighborhood, you can already help save them for the future generation? In your own little way, you can care for this native wildlife. If you have a permit to care for native wildlife, it is important that you try to create pleasant areas in the yard. There should be a lawn where native plants are found, and of course, you need to give attention to the landscape. By creating a friendly atmosphere, native wildlife will not hesitate to take shelter in your yard. Another thing is that you can help in addressing the pollution problem. Some people have natural ecosystems in their yard, and if you are one of those lucky homeowners, you should not disrupt it. You see, invasive plants can only wreck the ecosystem that serves as shelter for native wildlife. Just leave them as is, because that's just how natural ecosystems work. It does not need any human intervention. Why not go for a much greener lifestyle? Help in conserving fossil fuels and water, because that can save native wildlife as well. Wildlife habitats and migration patterns are affected by global warming. Take necessary measures to help in controlling global warming. Simple things like turning off electrical devices and taking public transportation can diminish global warming. There are local groups that focus mainly on stopping and controlling global warming. Talk to their volunteers and learn as much as you can. By starting within your own family, each family member can contribute little by little. When all these little efforts are combined, it can make a drastic change for the world. There are certain products sold in the market that are considered as wildlife friendly. Don't patronize products that are from endangered or threatened animals. Try to use products which are biodegradable as much as possible. Find alternative products which are also of good quality and reasonable price. Always support to rescue centers, wildlife sanctuaries, or to organizations which work to protect and care for native wildlife. You can already show your care for them. If you want, you can also join community groups that protect and rescue native wildlife. Are you married? If you are, then perhaps you might want to consider planning the number of kids you'll have. You see, population growth is one of the main reasons why the habitats of native wildlife species are destroyed. This is one way to protect the remaining natural habitats of native animals. Now that you know the various ways in protecting and caring for native wildlife, you will no longer hesitate to take the necessary steps in order to protect and save them. Always remember that in your own little way, you can help change the world. Encourage your relatives and other family members to contribute their efforts for the good of the native wildlife. If people don't act now, nothing will happen and native wildlife will continue to deplete. People should join hands in helping one another preserve native wildlife so that the future generation can still see them.